What's up, everyone? Roast Battle League Commissioner Pat Barker here with another episode of RBL Weekly as the season marches towards a close and the playoff races heat up. This is week 28 of 34. So we are in the home stretch. Everybody is fighting for one of those two playoff spots, both internationally and domestically here in the States. We've got 6 incredible battles this week. That's right, I said 6. Our normal top 5 plus a little bonus battle at the end that I'll tell you guys about before I throw to it. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of your time. It's a fun week. We have a couple killer battles, and we have a couple of fun, interesting ones for various reasons. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it, and we're going to start with the number 5 battle this week, and it comes to us from our leaders in the international division. I'm talking about London. London has been a little bit stagnant the last couple weeks, holding on with 40 points atop the international leaderboard. Their first ranked battle in the last couple episodes. They pick up a point here for one that they had recently between a guy we've seen a whole bunch, Josh Faulkner, and someone that I believe this was my first time seeing him, Ridwan El Hasnaoui. I really hope I pronounced that. I'm not even going to say right because I know I didn't pronounce it right, but somewhere in the vicinity of right. This is Ridwan versus Josh. It's number 5 this week, and it comes to us from London. Here it is.
So, this Wax Gruffalo is Josh Faulkner, and when he's not terrorizing local villagers, he's actually a wrestler. He's a pretty good wrestler, but his biggest challenge to date is him wrestling with his thoughts on bestiality.
Is that it? Fair enough. This is Ridwan. Ridwan looks like he's often mistaken when driving his Uber for DJ Colin. And if that were the case, his catchphrase would be another one, star.
It's funny because when I give his mum a ride, she keeps going, another one.
She doesn't like your type, mate.
Still give you 5 stars. So yeah, thank you, Fun Henchman from the Spy Kids. I give you time to...
All right. Ridwan's fat.
That was just rebuttal. Well, yeah.
That was your okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So this genetically modified tomato told me he only dates older women, which makes sense because he looks like a security guard at an old people's home who voluntarily helps with sponge baths, just to get his soggy fingers on poor old Ethel's saggy bits.
Fair enough. Ridwan's fat.
In all the right places.
I would call him porky, but that's not allowed. Ridwan's so fat he takes up 2 seats on the tube. But if he gets on with a rucksack, he gets the carriage to himself.
I'm just jealous of the way I travel in style. But thank you, Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Josh actually can't read, so the phone is just a prop. When I sent him a list about me, it had to be a voice note. Josh looks like what would happen if Mr. Incredible was on Balloon. He likes to get all sweaty and aggressive, you know, when he's pinning down men until they give in. And then he comes out the sauna and gets ready for wrestling. Funny to me.
Just finishing up my filing of a profile to MI5. Ridwan lost his virginity to one of those blow-up women. What are they called? Jihadi brides. Ridwan's married. When out in public, his wife has to cover her face. Nothing to do with religion. She doesn't want people to know he beats her up. But being straight was the only choice for Ridwan. What do you get for coming out as gay in Ridwan's family? Thrown off a building.
Thank you, Stan from American Dad. Josh has TV credits. He's been on Fighting With My Family, but not the Hollywood movie. It's a documentary about his parents constantly have to wrestle him off his sister when he gets horny.
Should be 7 next month. Ridwan and his family are Liverpool fans. Liverpool's motto is "You'll never walk alone," which is also the case for Ridwan and his family. They never walk alone as they're closely followed by MI5. Ridwan and his cousins take their facial appearance seriously. They started a club. They're called the Grooming Gang. Very popular with schoolgirls.
Speaking of looks, if Josh looks down and to his right, you will see an outline of his penis on his head. Yeah.
It wasn't as good as the other ones, was it?
No. So yeah, thank you, Joe Swanson from Family Guy. He said he's single, but what does he expect when he only dates palliative end-of-life care patients?
Who are they going to report to?
Exactly. And just before they die, he likes to show them his favourite wrestling killer move. It's called the Harold Shipman.
I like that one. Ridwan's favourite childhood villain was Captain Hook, or as the family calls him, Uncle Abu Hamza. Ridwan is quite new to comedy. Ridwan's comedy goal is to take the roof off an arena, which has already been achieved by a member of his family at that Ariana Grande concert. That's fine.
So that was the number 5 battle this week, coming to us from London. Again, like last week, we talked about how, the committee of people who rank these battles, there were a lot of different thoughts. And there was a lot of votes split across the board for that number 5 spot. I know Barcelona got some love, Toronto got some love, a lot of our international cities, put up good battles this week. London was able to edge them out based on the cumulative score, but there were definitely votes for Barcelona and Toronto. And maybe the most insane, enjoyable battle that is in no way good came to us from Australia. And they post all their battles online. So if you're looking for a fun watch where one of the competitors is clearly insane, go to YouTube. You're probably on YouTube already. It's the only place this show airs. And type in, I believe it's Robin Reynolds, Robyn. And then her opponent is a guy named Shiro, Shiro. Look for that battle and buckle the fuck up because it is a ride. Australia sent us a couple of one-sided battles, so to speak, the last couple weeks, which I think kept them from getting on the list. But between Robin and Jack Jones, a couple people to watch in Australia coming up. As for London, they tack on another point to their division lead. With 6 weeks to go in the season, they appear to be in very, very good position to make the playoffs. Of course, one of the teams chasing not only them, but Scotland is Tokyo. And Tokyo comes to us with the number 4 battle this week. They just missed the rundown last week. They just missed making the list. This week, they pull it off with a sentimental favorite of mine, someone that we saw for the first time when the LA battlers were out there for Roast Fest, a native Japanese speaker by the name of Hal, who just learned English within the last year, specifically to do stand-up and to roast battle. He had a phenomenally fun debut when we were out there. This is his second battle against another guy who debuted that same night as Hal, And this is a guy that kind of slipped under my radar a little bit, if we're being honest. But he came out and made a big statement in this battle. This is the number 4 battle this week. It comes to us from Japan, from the Tokyo Comedy Bar. It is Hal versus Baboosh. Here it is.
Okay, so Hal's first time having sex was with frozen tuna. Japanese slang for a girl that does not move during sex at all. And nobody should ever experience that. I mean, sex with Al? Of course she would have moved if she liked it. Or if you gave her less roofies.
I don't know what to say, but Babish is Italian, and he's from nearby Venice. He has some connection to water, and he came to Japan. He expecting the beautiful girl like his country, but he's almost drawn by pussy squirts like a tsunami.
I'll take that. Anyway, guys, welcome everyone to the Tokyo Comedy Bar, the only bar in Tokyo fully dedicated to comedy in English. Well, except for this guy. No, but seriously, doing stand-up in your second language is hard. Hey, this is my show. So actually doing stand-up in your second language is hard. I know it. Like as an Italian, it's hard for me to speak English, and it's even more difficult for Hal to speak whatever the fuck he's speaking. I have no idea.
He's Italian, and he's uploaded some video of cover song. One of it, Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy on Instagram, but his cover is just cheesy.
Sorry, where is JJ? JJ, can we turn on the subtitles for?
Me too. Seriously.
How? I love him, by the way. How? You look like a salaryman without salary and without man.
Could you speak more slowly? Babish major is computer science, and he played music. He's really talented, but he's lost in his own life. So he's like a Japanese unsuccessful computer with.
Hal, you look like you didn't receive the last update. Anyway, Hal works for a German company, and when I asked him why he joined the company, he told me, for a million different reasons. But I'm sure that the actual count was closer to 6 million.
I didn't catch, and Babush is a little kinky because he's growing up in Catholic church.
I don't remember the childhood that I had, but anyway. Hal comes from the Niigata prefecture.
What?
That is not the N word. Come on, you are killing me here. Can we have some elevator music? North. Can we get the lady out, please? So I come from the N-word prefecture. I don't know what to do now. Let's change topic. Hal wants to become like the Japanese Jerry Seinfeld, but I think he's got a better shot at becoming the Japanese Cosby.
Fat-free Jello pudding.
Well done, well done, well done. Well done. Babush it tends to be vulnerable to pressure, and that's why he likes older women in case for premature ejaculation.
That is true. I think that's the last joke. Ladies and gentlemen!
So the number 4 battle this week from Tokyo, a lot of fun. You know, the viral moment with the woman in the crowd being taken aback by the Babush's pronunciation of the certain prefecture. I'm not gonna try. I'm not familiar with the prefecture that he is referencing. I am familiar with the word that she was confusing it with, and that's a thing that I don't even want to get into. But really fun battle. Babush was killing it. Really liked his material. Very fun. And Hal is just so damn likable. I could watch Hal battle all day. Really appreciate both of those guys, two of the rising young battlers in Tokyo who are gonna try to, ply their craft over the next couple of years and make a name for themselves. Let's go stateside for the top 3 battles right now, as that will conclude the international portion of this show. I'm going to just throw a spoiler out there. There's no Scotland coming up. There's no anything else. So Tokyo does manage to pick up 2 points on Scotland as they make a push for that second playoff spot. Now let's go to the States. And we are looking at a very tight race coming into this between the top 4 teams. Entering today, LA at number 1, New York at number 2, Chicago at 3, Austin at 4. Chicago and Austin both breathing down the necks of New York and trying to grab that second playoff spot. And Austin is about to pick up 3 more points here with the number 3 battle this week. And this features a couple people that we've seen a lot. Patrick Depari had the number 1 battle a couple weeks ago. He comes in at number 3 this week. I believe this is his 3rd RBL battle of the season. Colin O'Meara is his opponent, and he posts his 4th RBL Weekly battle of the year. For a total of 16 points he has earned for Austin, which is tops in the league in terms of earning points specifically for your city. Colin O'Meara has now posted 16 points, which is incredible. The guy does not have bad battles. He does not have battles that aren't entertaining. Every time we've seen him on here, he has been a lot of fun, and this is no exception. This comes to us from the comedy Mothership a few weeks back. It's the number 3 battle this week, Colin O'Meara versus Patrick Depari. Here it is.
Let's roast! Colin looks like he refers to rape accusations as technical fouls.
True. And I'm going to the line tonight. Thank you. Patrick's the kind of guy who always leaves his shirt on when he swims and always takes it off when he shits.
So true. I'm so confused when I shit in a pool. You don't understand. God.
The shits probably don't even float. They just sink right to the bottom.
Colin looks like he gives people permission to say wigger.
Whoa. Watch the hard R, Chief. All right.
Wigger.
It's wigga to you. Patrick's mom died from a heart attack because apparently she was an alcoholic the last year of her life. But looking at Patrick, I think she was an alcoholic the first 9 months of his.
Colin's dad shot himself in the head. And this whole time I've known him, I always thought he was reaching for that glass ceiling to be famous. Turns out he was just trying to collect his father's brains.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It took a bullet to kill my dad. It took a Wendy's 4 for $4 to kill his mom. Sorry, my dad's a hero, dude. I got that life insurance money. I feel like the only way Patrick can come is by telling little kids that Santa isn't real.
Yeah. Yes. It's supposed to be a joke, dude. What the hell? Colin looks like he prepares for his DUI trials with 45 minutes of shadow boxing.
It's true.
Your Honor.
Got a big test coming up next week. Look, I asked Patrick before this, I said, hey, are you a cat person or a dog person? And he said, buddy, a hole's a hole, and I'm fucking horny. Meow.
Colin's not actually his full name. Colin's actually just short for calling black people the N-word.
Hey, we talked about this. I asked permission first, Patrick. Speaking of which, Patrick just got a black girlfriend. And you know what they say, once you go black, you get fat and look like absolute shit.
Yeah! So there it is, the number 3 battle this week, Patrick Tapari versus Colin O'Meara. Colin picking up the win, in addition to, as I mentioned before, pacing the entire league in terms of, posting great battles, scoring points. That's 16 points now he has scored for Austin, which is first overall as they make their push. And with that battle coming in at number 3, they have actually passed Chicago. Austin moves into 3rd place. Congratulations to them. All right, now for the number 2 battle, we go to Chicago, who passes Austin and moves back into 3rd, and within 1 point of New York. So it's even closer than it was before we came into the episode. Chicago is now 1 point back of New York. Austin sitting 2.5 back, if my math is correct. We'll check it at the end. But Chicago edging out Austin this week, grabbing the number 2 spot. This is for a battle from their Zanies debut. Just shy of a month ago. This is between a couple guys that we've seen once a piece on this podcast leading up to this one. Both of them posted a number 2 battle at various other points in the season, and now they have the second one to add to their resume. This is Harry Breitner versus Adam Quasilo. It's number 2, and here it is.
Harry looks like he was bullied in driving school.
There are 2 types of comedians on stage right now, and Adam is type 2.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about being type 1. Harry, if I ate you, I would lose weight.
Adam's a huge nerd, but he's shaped like a giant jawbreaker.
You'll never get to my center.
It would take forever.
Well, with your teeth, yeah. Harry and I are both both Jewish, but my family came from like Russia and Poland. Harry's family came from a Virginia Slims factory.
Adam loves graphic T-shirts, as you can see. He's always wearing a graphic T-shirt. He loves them. He loves them so much he won't take them off at the pool party.
I came with it. I'm leaving with it. Harry is bisexual. He actually had to come out of the closet because he was running out of space for all the cat skeletons.
It's bisexual versus bypass surgery. Adam Quaslow answers the question, what if Seinfeld, Kramer, and George Costanza all morphed into one person, and then that person was eaten by Newman?
Gold, Harry, gold! Y'all remember that submarine that imploded like a month or so ago? So they told us that they were looking for the wreckage of the Titanic. That's not true. I actually found the mission logs. They were looking for Harry's sunken eyes.
Adam, could you try, just speaking a little louder? I don't think they can hear you at the Zanies in Nashville.
Trying to get booked there.
Adam was actually in a sexual health theater troupe in college. That's true. It's a real thing he did, and he learned a lot about sexual health. He learned a lot about performing. To this day, he has to do a little song and dance just to put on a condom to fuck his body pillow.
We all have our traditions. Harry originally asked his girlfriend out while getting a DUI. Because the only thing women find impressive about him is just how from Florida he is.
That woman is in this comedy club right now.
And she had to drive you here.
Guys, I did something a little embarrassing before I left the house to get to this roast battle. I forgot to put a belt on. I was so embarrassed my pants were falling off. Thankfully, Adam had a wristwatch I could borrow.
He is that skinny. Look at that shit.
Joke cuts both ways.
Last joke?
I mentioned Harry's Jewish. So I'm fully Jewish. Ethnically, Harry is only half Jewish. His dad is a Jewish man from the Bronx, and his mom is a giant bird from Sesame Street.
Is Sesame Street not in the Bronx? All right. Adam, this is sad, but Adam's mom actually died when he was 17. It's very sad. He did give the eulogy. I wish she could have seen you give the eulogy, because then she could have told you to stop talking with your mouth full.
And they don't understand how Shiva works, is the problem. You see?
That's how we end it. Give it up for these two animals, everybody.
So there it is, the number 2 battle this week, Adam Quaslow versus Harry Breitner, coming to us from Chicago at Zany's Comedy Club, the new home of Roast Battle Chicago. As I alluded to before, Austin and Chicago making a furious run at New York for the second spot. And LA is also in sight. I mean, they came into this week 6 points ahead of New York. So everybody is gunning not only for a playoff spot, but to win the division. It's going to be a little bit tougher now, though, because we have arrived at our number 1 battle, and it is indeed coming to you from Los Angeles. 5 more points for LA. They exceed 60 points for the season and open up an 11-point lead over New York with only 6 weeks to go. This is a battle that as soon as I booked it, I was like, this one is going to be excellent. And it did not disappoint. It features, in my opinion, the 2 biggest LA stars of the RBL season. I'm talking about Ryan Nesson and Paige Wesley, who have both been dominating in very different ways. Ryan Nesson simply does not lose. 6-0 on the season coming into the battle, which is the best record, the most wins of any undefeated battler across almost 1,000 battlers around the world, going up against Paige Wesley, who the record is right around 500, as it tends to be, but every battle is absolute fire. This is no exception. For Paige, this is her 4th RBL Weekly battle of the season, which only a handful of people have done that. I just said Colin O'Meara did it a couple battles ago. Paige joins that club as well. And this is her 3rd number 1. Nobody else has put up 3 number 1s. If we're looking at number 1 battles like platinum albums or whatever, she is the Beatles for sure. Not all the points have gone to LA. That's why Colin O'Meara still holds that distinction. He scored 16 points for Austin. Paige has spread her points around. She scored some points for the Bay Area when she was up there, some points for Tokyo when we were out there. But this time, she puts up 5 for Los Angeles. I was lucky enough to be in attendance for this battle. I really, really loved it, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. It's Ryan Nesson versus Paige Wesley. It's number 1 this week. Check it out.
This human tap-out shirt is Ryan Nesson. Ryan is 70% Jewish. It used to be 100, but you know how they love a discount.
Guys, keep it going for Paige. She took time away from saying we all the way home to be here tonight. Paige doesn't do hard drugs, but she does smoke a ton of joints, mostly her knees and ankles.
It's true. I'm fat. Your people starved in the desert for 40 days, and I ate desserts for 40 days, guys. Let's go. Ryan got a DUI 2 weeks after his dad died. Weirdest inheritance ever.
Guys, let's keep it going for Adele Taco. Paige was in a sorority that did bikini car washes for charity. They raised a ton of money, but unfortunately it all went to repair the hoods she damaged.
Hey, it's about the quantity of skin, not the quality, you guys. Ryan's been on Zoloft for years, and one of the side effects is ejaculation failure, which is convenient because that was the nickname his parents gave him, too.
Guys, come on. Like, one more time for Fupa de Beppo.
You're welcome, Ross from Friends, if one of his chromosomes was on a break.
Fun fact, Paige likes to knit a lot of her own outfits for holiday parties, which seems like a waste. She's already an ugly sweater.
It's true, I'm fat, but you look like a police sketch and the cop who drew it. Ryan and his wife got married in Mexico because she's used to disappointments south of the border.
Paige, I love your outfit tonight. I didn't know they made a diabetes quilt.
Gotta keep my fingers working before they fall off.
Paige told me she hates death metal, which is what she calls it when she sits in a folding chair.
That's true. I am fat. You look like you were circumcised with a switchblade.
It was a butterfly knife.
Doesn't Ryan look like he wants a barbed wire tattoo? Guys. Ryan's dad died of stomach cancer. And I know just by bringing it up, he's gonna say something about how I'm so fat I would eat a tumor, or how I know what it's like for my belly to slowly kill me, basically implying that I am the stomach cancer. But here's what I have to say. Fuck him and his dead dad, right? Ryan's dad lost his battle to cancer like Ryan's gonna lose this battle to this swollen belly.
2 more is how you order desserts, right? Just
I
2
am bad
more.
at portion control. That's true.
Yeah. Paige is a baseball fan from the Bay, which is why her tits are A's and she's a giant.
I was going to say, Brian, did you lose count or do you just want to hear more?
Paige is Irish and Italian, which is why her body's shaped like a potato and her face makes you go, Mamma mia.
Ryan actually spent a night in jail. Oh, shit, I fucked that up. Ryan had a one-night stand with a guy named T-Bone.
So there it is, the number 1 battle this week. Ryan Nesson, Paige Wesley going to overtime. Ryan picking up the win in OT, moving to 7-0. As he makes a push, not only... To be honest, I think this solidified it for me in terms of being the MVP of Los Angeles. I think he pretty much has that sewn up. But he is gunning for the MVP of the league. And at 7-0, he's got one more battle before the season ends, a title match against current LA champion Sarah Fatimi to potentially run the table, go 8-0 in the season, win the title, and put himself in that MVP conversation is absolutely astounding. So congratulations to Ryan Nesson. Congratulations to Paige Wesley for her 3rd number 1 overall battle. Truly insane stuff from both of them. Let's take a look at the playoff race before we get out of here. And I did promise you guys a bonus battle, and that's coming up. I'll explain that momentarily. Just to look at the playoff race, I covered a lot of this as we went, so we won't belabor the point. LA opens up a bigger lead on New York. They are now 11 points up on New York City, which holds a 1-point lead over Chicago. They are 3.5 up on Austin. I believe I misspoke on that earlier. But all 4 of those cities are absolutely duking it out for those 2 playoff spots. It is wide open right now. We could see any combination of those 4. Internationally, Tokyo picks up 2 crucial points as they move back within striking distance of Scotland. If you're down by 5, it's like being down by 4 in baseball. Theoretically, one swing of the bat, you get a grand slam, you're back in the game. Tokyo, they're one number 1 battle away from knotting this thing up with Scotland. Will they be able to do it? Time will tell. For now, London adds a point to their resume as well. They extend their lead on Scotland. And in the international division, nobody's officially eliminated yet, but I would say it's definitely those 3 gunning for the 2 spots. Okay, so without further ado, I promise you guys a bonus battle. Now, here's the deal. We tell every city that they have 30 days to submit their battles. If they're submitting a battle, it has to have taken place within the last 30 days. And this one just fell outside of the window through nobody's fault. The guy who films our Mothership events became a father recently. Congratulations to him. And he has his priorities in the correct place, which means our August 20th event did not get uploaded and edited until just a couple days ago. So it falls just outside of the window. But this was such an amazing battle that I wanted to make sure that we had it on the pod, even if we couldn't, in good conscience, give points to the cities, because we all have to abide by the same rules. This is a battle between LA and Denver that happened 2 shows back at the Mothership. This is Elise Golgowski representing LA going up against the current Denver Roast Battle champion, Evan Joe. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy this, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys next week with more RBL Weekly. We're going to take you out on this battle. See ya.
Evan, you sentient owl pellet. You look like an entire Renaissance fair manifested into one person.
Wow. I mean, what can I say about Elise that hasn't already been whispered at a women's swim meet? Elise is the kind of gal to chug milk during sex and then finish on the dude's back.
Damn. Oh boy, good one, carrot top surgery. Evan's dad is in prison. It must be heartbreaking for him, though, knowing that his crush is out there fucking other dudes. But at least now you know where he is.
What? What the fuck, bitch? I know you stole that from Kung Fu Panda. That's... Oh, man. No, seriously, thank you, Cinderella. Elise actually used to work at Disney World. That was until Walt Disney found out and fired her for looking too Jewish. I can say that. I'm also Jewish looking. So.
Cool. Thank you, Machine Gun Smelly.
You're welcome, Elon Musk.
All right. Man, yeah, I do look like a man. That's why I probably get paid more than you. It's fine. Cool. Keep it going for Hermione Stranger Danger, you guys. It's statutory rape, not statutory rape. God, but seriously, Evan looks like he sucks toes. Because that's the closest he'll ever get to legally sucking baby dicks.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Hillary Clinton. Elise is addicted to ketamine, but only because her doctor thinks she's a horse.
Cool. That's rich coming from a boy built like a bird scooter. So, Evans lived on a farm for 1 year, but he's been fucking animals for 2. He likes his horse cum shaken, not stirred. I'll sell you some cum after the show for $5, bitch.
Oh, thank you, She Biscuits.
You're welcome, weird Barbie Yankovic.
Thank you, Manic Depression Barbie.
Thank you, Vanilla Lice.
Back in 2015, Elise had skin cancer on her nose. Fortunately, the doctors were able to find it fast enough and save that innocent cancer from her ugly face.
Man, that would have been really scathing if it came from a hot person, you know? Boy. Evan's grandmother actually passed away choking on a pulled pork sandwich he made for her. That was the only time Evans ever had his pork in a woman's mouth.
All right. Well, coming from a young Jay Leno, that doesn't mean much. So, man. Oh, thank you, Real Housewives of war-torn Ukraine.
Thank you, 2/3 of Hocus Pocus.
Keep going. You look like the baby Michael Jackson and Macaulay Culkin would have had.
Adorable and successful. Thank you.
Raped and ugly.